Here to talk about reverse mentoring as one of the youngest female founders in Germany, and here to support women who want to start their own businesses, because she understands that women don't always have the support that they need and deserve at that moment, whether it be financial or social. Here to talk about her startup, Fementor. Please welcome Anastasia.
Am I ready?
Yes.
So before all of you guys leave, please stay, because it's not only about females. Of course, my company is for females only, but reverse mentoring is for everyone, and we will get this started in a second. Perfect. So reverse age does matter. It's not about gender here, just to keep that in mind, because I know a lot of guys always like, oh, are you also for girls? No, we're not, but we're still approaching you guys. So who am I? Like you already said, I'm one of the youngest female founders in Germany, but I am also the founder of Fementor. I was the international TikTok face for Deutsche Welle, and obviously I'm Generation Z. I just turned 24, so now I'm officially old. And I was everybody's hating on me. I feel it, I get it. No, just kidding.
You have no idea.
My back pain started, okay?
It gets worse, only worse. Really
What? Even worse? No, I am a TEDx speaker after I worked 3 years or like almost 4 years ago for a company or agency that organized TED Talks. So at an age of 23, I finished all of the points on my bucket list. So how did I do that? It was obviously because of reverse mentoring, and I will get to that point in a second. So what do I don't have? Because I always start with who I am, but I like to start with what I don't have. And I don't have a university degree. I don't have investors at my company at all. He's like, yeah, go for it. I really bootstrapped my company. I don't have any work experience in a corporate. I've never worked for BCG, McKinsey, or whatsoever. But this is what you find when you Google me. You find quite a lot of stuff, and it's obviously easy to have this and a successful company. But how do I get there, and what do I have? Well, I have a company that had a company worth of 7 million after just a year as a social startup with a network at itself. And yeah, we're in year 3, and you can imagine it's not only doubled, it was, we're worth quite a lot, and I'm trying to sell. So if anybody is interested, just come over and send me some money. I have PayPal, no, just kidding. I won prizes and awards with the idea of reverse mentoring. And I talk at universities without a degree, and I have companies approaching me that are corporates like McKinsey. I just had a meeting at Google, BCG, KPMG, whatsoever, and those companies approach me without a degree, without investors, and you can do it. And I will get to the point now how I did that. It is about reverse mentoring. And at that point where I am now, you don't just get there with like money or with anything. You get there with a network. So like I found it when I was 20 years old, and I could have not done that when I would have not had a network. So at my 18th birthday, I just told it to some of you guys, I not received a cool gift like a car, a bag. I received a notebook. I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? Like everybody else is getting cars and bags, and like even just a watch would be cool, but I don't want a notebook. But in this notebook, there was something in there that was my start of a company. It was a whole contact book full of people that will potentially be my future company that I could work in. And rather than taking this book and finding a job out of it, by the way, my mom gave this to me. She's like the Insta mom. I don't have an Insta husband. I have an Insta mom. I always take her with me. I received this network, and I created a company out of it called Fementor, which I will get to in a second. And I will try to help you guys understand why you need a mentor and also reverse mentors. So quick question, who is over 30? Raise your hand, please. Okay, well, you're really old. No, just kidding. Who is over 50? Raise your hand. Okay, just one. We have one boomer, okay. Lucky you. He's like, yes, I got away with that one. So, like, everybody in that room that is over 30 probably does not have any context to people in my age anymore. Like, no, it's a fact that normally we don't spend time with people 10 years younger than we are. And we spend time with people that are in our age because everybody's getting babies, our talks are changing, our future plans are changing. And for that, you need someone that is younger than you. So I will help you and answer all those questions in a second. So what is Fementor? Fementor is the first reverse mentoring company in Europe. And we're at the moment expanding worldwide. After just the second year, we were approached by Dubai, New York and people in Korea that want to have you mentor in those places. So I was just like, what the hell did I do? But sure, let's do it. Mentor is the first reverse mentoring company, but we're only focusing for all the females. So all the girls just like, yeah, finally a platform just for me, a girls club. And we have females between the age of 18 and even now 16, if they're really cool, to 30 to find a mentor that is older than they are. And that's a typical thing. It's nothing new. Having a mentor that is older than you, look up to, great, we have that. But Mentor offers events, offers you the ability to find a job. But what we also offer is that you meet on eyesight. So you see my favorite picture of an old man sitting there, old white man, how we all call them. And I hate this description, but he is old and white, so I can say it. Listening to someone younger than he is. So the mentoring process, instead of having this kind of age gap where you're like, I look up to my mentor, he's older than me, he has so much more experience, I look up to him. We say, well, but you're young and you're cool and you know how social media works and you probably have a TikTok account or Instagram, or you know how to post a story, and even more important, you know how to delete it. So like we try to bring you both on eyesight and make you talk to each other as mentors and at the same time as mentees. So both of you learn from each other. It's a bit like, who knows Uno, the game? Uno, who has played that card game, really cool. Really bad if you're losing, but fun if you're winning. So there's this card, it's the reverse card. It means that in the middle of the process of a reverse mentoring session, you lay this card down, you're like, it's now my turn to mentor you and give you insights. So like, it can be anything. We have mentors that help each other with finance, with startups, with how to build a company, how to build a podcast, how to find a job, how to get a pay raise, whatever, all the business stuff. But we also have reverse mentoring, where it's about how to bake the best cheesecake in town. Or we have a lot of mentors that are over 50 and they just separate from their husband. They're like, I just want to go party. Can you take me to a real cool party? And they've met new boyfriends. They've went out with younger girls and got into a world that they don't normally have contacts to anymore. So reverse mentoring is so interesting for both sides and so important for you guys to understand the value you have. Not only the value someone has that is older, that we always have to look up to, especially in our society where we learn like, she's older, we have to give our seat away. Obviously, we have to do that. But we also have knowledge that we can give to someone else. So please really try to figure out what do you have that you could give in a reverse mentoring session. So why do you need a reverse mentor? Obviously, you could be the superhero version of yourself. That's cool. But you also get more confidence. So like, standing up here at the age of 24, I'm probably younger than most of you guys. I became super confident because I had a lot of mentors that were successful business owners, journalists, chief editors, whatsoever. And they all asked me, how does Tinder work? So at a young age, I already was swiping with them on Tinder. I was like, they're just human beings. Man, they're just like me, desperate for, I don't know, days, I guess. No, just kidding. But they're in a similar basis and they don't understand stuff and I don't understand stuff. And it was really cool for me to gain confidence and they learned something. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. And you also get empowered in your personal but also business sense, and you can identify with yourself and your goals way better, and you get access to a network. And that's what I try to begin with, and which I'm trying to not end it with here, but a network is so much worth. It's like, it's the start for everything. You can be at the best university. We all go to WHU, Zeppelin-Universität, St. Gallen. We don't go there for the knowledge. Like, let's be honest. We go there because we receive a huge network. We meet the right people that can support us at the end. So like, this is something that you can get from someone older that has worked a lot, 10, 20, 30 years on this network, and you get it on the silver plate. And what you just have to do for it, Tinder with them or explain social media. So like, you're getting a better deal out of it, trust me. Is anyone Gen Z here? Can I just skip this line? One? Yeah, okay, well, we keep with it. Two? Oh, he's young. Oh, wow. Hello. My age, finally. Another one, great. So like Gen Z often we are pretty, like, we hear about them. We hear about the people that are on the streets, gluing themselves on the street. Not the big fan of it, but our generation is loud. But why are we interesting for companies? We're not only interesting for persons that need someone to explain social media. We're also super valuable for companies to understand how we consume, how we produce, how we want to have our future work. And this is something that companies are looking into. They want to understand how we consume social media, how they can target us, how they can get us as future employees. So this is something that, and like you see with the conclusion, like we're the most well-educated generation that has ever existed. I doubt it, but it says it online and there are statistics about it. So this is something we really need to talk about, that our generation has something to give to not only the millennials and boomers, but we need to exchange, we need to talk, and we need to change the way we consume, talk to each other, and learn from each other. And things we definitely, and I as a Gen Z, and I don't, he's smiling, so probably another Gen Z, we don't want to hear about this tiki-talkie thing. Like, if there's another person coming to me, a CEO, like, go to your tiki-talkie or whatever you always do, it's a business. Like, I probably earn more money on TikTok and Instagram than you ever made in the past 2 years, because this is a platform where you can receive a lot of money on. And you need to understand it to come on it and be educated about it, and don't judge it, and meet on eyesight and be open for it, because that's how reverse mentoring is going to work out at the end. When you stay open to someone else and stay open to a different generation that you probably don't understand in the beginning. And to quickly come and sum it up, it's this is something that's super important, because in the new work in the future, we will have a huge age problem, because our parents didn't have sex enough. They didn't produce enough of us. So we have the issue that all these boomers, my mom sitting in the front row, retiring, she's like, yeah, I don't have to work anymore. I'm like, oh shit, I have to do her job, but like I have to do the job for 2 of them. So like we have a huge problem that companies don't have enough babies or people to like be the future of the company. So they have a lack of employees in the future, and they are in need of us. So we can really make a business out of it, and we can really talk to them and help them. And understanding that makes you come and go into a top interview for a job way more confident than without knowing this. So look it up, look at new work, look at new recruiting ways. Like we do reverse recruiting. It's a whole new topic, and I will stop now because I think my time is off. But this is something that you can really look into in the way how we recruit. Not only use reverse mentoring for it, but also reverse recruiting. But I will get to that in another way. And if there are any questions, just come to me, ask me anytime. And I don't know if we have time for it, but I'm here for it. And thanks for listening.